Oh, come on, guys. Follow us on Instagram. Patreon's there. Thanks to all those Patreon members right there. Look at all that.
If you want to be next to them, get yourself on Patreon. Guys, look, like Sam said, follow the Instagram, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've gone into depth with this one, so enjoy.
Right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to review every single song of the album, 1 to 8, and then we're going to rank them 8th
Top
to
8.
first, you know what I mean? I think we've got different ideas, I know that so far.
Yeah, it's very contradictional, guys, so stay tuned. So this determines who edits this video, guys.
Best 2 out of 3.
Best out of 3.
Say it on scissors, yeah?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors. 1-0 to Sam. Rock, paper, scissors. Ooh. Rock.
Wait, chill out. It's getting intense.
Come on. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, come on, edit it. Oi, Blackpink album review. What is going on? We said it's coming. And it's finally here. Obviously, we've got a change of location. Unforeseen circumstances happened. All right, so we're in the car like old times. So if you're a true Guilty fan, you'll remember us being in the car. Give the video a like. Oh
man, this is a big thing. They've called it The Album. I don't know about that name for an album. It's a bit of a.
Let's get in. Yeah, it's a bit of a shortcut to the name of an album, but we're gonna give all our good points and bad points at the end of the video. So stay tuned.
Step 1, the album. They've called it The Album, like this is the album of the album for all albums. What do you think about the actual album name of The Album?
I feel like they're trying to make a statement with it. They're saying this is the album.
Big pressure.
I feel like it could have been a bit more creative. It's the album, but you know, it is the album. It's a good album. It's the album.
I'd agree with the album name if they put more songs on it. You know, when you call it The Album, you expect like a big one.
Well, I don't know. I think minimum track-wise, you want at least 10 songs from an album and at least 50 to 60 minutes. Like, this album is 24 minutes in total. That's not long enough for me. If I was a musical artist and made a project that was 24 minutes long, I would call that a project or an EP or like a little mixtape or something. I don't think the minutes for this piece is an album. I don't think it is. Don't get me wrong, I've got a great collection of songs from Blackpink, but I feel like it's a bit of a cheat way to say this is an album.
You've summed it up there. Taking the words out of my mouth. Right, you know what, let's go in, let's dive in.
Yeah, let's talk about the tracks. Track number 1 on the album is
How You Like That. Bada bing bada boom boom boom.
Song was a banger, it's what they came back with. They released this first and then it was Ice Cream and then Pretty Savage, I believe. So How You Like That was a great song to be the single of the album.
This is my verdict. Yeah, I wrote some notes, you know what I'm saying? If I had to describe it, it's like the victory song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The song you sing when you've just had that first kiss from your crush, you know what I mean? Like how you like that. It's a song you play when you score the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? That type of thing.
It's like a statement song. Like the name, the album, it's a statement. How you like that? Like, how do you like that? You know what I mean?
Alright, as it's melodic but fierce, you know what I mean? Like it goes through different stages. Each chapter of the song is like a different location. We end up in like the Sahara Desert with Lisa, you know, when she does the rap verse, and it's got a little snake charming vibe in it as well. That is good. And now all of a sudden we're at a rave with a, you know, like at the end they do the big climax, big celebration. It's like you're in the club of like it's almost like dance music, and then do the dum 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 dum. I like that.
Yeah.
It gets me going. That gets
in
me
the video you're talking
aroused,
about.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let's stick to the songs. You know what I mean?
All parts of the song fulfill me. All of them fulfill me. Yeah. Banging song. Ben,
how you like that? I agree with everything you said. Because I haven't done much detailed reviews on the songs that we've already reacted to, because I feel like our reactions are detailed enough for that. So coming in at track number 2, we have Ice Cream. So obviously Blackpink teamed up with Selena Gomez, and I think it's the best collaboration on the album. I know Cardi B's on there as well, but I prefer the Selena song compared to the Cardi B song. Selena, I feel like she's definitely a good artist to work with Blackpink. They complement each other really well.
They could have similar fan bases in a way.
Yeah,
kind of.
And Selena Gomez is obviously huge, and so Blackpink, so I feel like it was a good collaboration to make. And the song banged. It was, I feel like that should have been the single that they released instead of How You Like That. No, because it has to be just Blackpink, doesn't it?
I listened to it twice before doing my notes on it, and it was like, I listened to it the first time and I ranked it lower. Who knows where my ranking's going to come for this song, but it might have changed after. And I listened to it again, I thought, oh my days, this is such a good song. It's one that you play. It's one that you play when you got one of them cars without the sunroof and all that, with the sunroof, and you slide it back and you just got your arms waving out of the air, and you kind of with your girls and that.
When
you know
have
what I mean?
you ever done that?
I do it when I'm with Blackpink, you know what I mean? When we're just singing Ice Cream.
In that car.
It's a very fluent song. It doesn't raise or lower very much, you know what I mean? It's very consistently chill, like Ice Cream, all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
I probably even like this song even more because of the video and like thought, ooh, Selena Gomez is in it.
Yeah, the video was great.
And the way Selena Gomez
in the ice cream van and stuff. I mean? It was all great. It was all to be honest, Blackpink do smash videos out of the park.
Probably my favourite part of the song is when Lisa doing the rap and she's rapping like Willy Silly Wheelie and all that. That's probably my favourite part of the song. It just flows very nicely.
I think my favourite part of every song on the album is Lisa's verse.
Yeah, there's a couple of where I'm gonna.
She takes it to a whole new level with a rap and a flow.
You wait for her sometimes just to change the song, which I needed in one song and it didn't really work, which we'll come on to. With this, where I've ranked it, is actually higher now in my head, but I'm going to stick with the ranking that I've given it later on when you see. I'm going to stick with it, but it does go higher, kind of.
Okay.
What's next? Pretty Savage comes in with the deathly piano keys. You know something's coming. You know something savage is actually going to come after the little piano keys start off. And then even with the Blackpink in Your Area, they don't say it in every song, but if they say it in a song,
oh, you know it's
it means
big.
something's going to come.
Oh, you know it's big.
They're happy with that song if they say that at the start. Oh, Lisa probably with the best line on the entire album, which are actually quite of a nice... You know, like sometimes you think they're dissing or they try to be a little bit naughty, but it's like, oh, it's just, you know, it's not too naughty. This one naughty. Did you hear a line when she said something like, born skinny bish, no matter how fat I get, I'll always be skinny. The way it was like, you know, like they're all so slim and I will probably never put on weight. So it was Pretty Savage. That. The song was called Pretty Savage and they went savage. She was like, no matter how fat I get, I'm always going to be skinny. I thought it actually is a bit of a, it were a bit of a hard line. Just because it's true. Do you know what I mean? It's something that people won't say in this day and age in case they're going to get a bit, you know, slapped back for saying, you know, you're not going to get fat. So what? Lisa went through with it and said it, you know what I mean? Because you're right. You're always going to be skinny, Lisa. You know what I mean? You're built like that. You know what I mean? Even Jisoo's line where she was saying, we're all wearing the same clothes, but we're better looking than you. That were a nice little diss, you know, a little bit naughty from Jisoo. I like that.
Oh, that's good. Pretty Savage is one of my favourites on the album. It's absolutely outstanding. It's probably my favourite song from Blackpink. I feel like Lisa's rap is the best rap she's ever done in any other Blackpink song.
Really?
The chorus is cool. Everybody just gels together in that song, and I absolutely love it. And Sam obviously went into loads of detail on it that I don't need to, but just from me, Pretty Savage was pretty savage.
Could be making your top 3.
Oh yeah, stay tuned for top 3.
I'm excited for the rankings.
So coming at number 4, we've got Bet You Wanna featuring Cardi B. Now this is the second feature on the album, and the only 2 features are Selena Gomez and Cardi B.
I already know we've got 2 different opinions on this song
now,
from that.
Yeah, this song, it wasn't my favourite song on the album, let's put it that way. It sounded really generic, and I feel like it tried to be too Cardi B for Blackpink, in my opinion. I feel like it just tried to be more inclined to Cardi B's listeners and her audience rather than Blackpink's. I feel like they altered their style to enable Cardi B's style to work.
Why you got
on
to
the
say
track.
this stuff? It makes me think differently now when you say stuff like that.
Don't get me wrong, it was a good song. It was very generic. It was good. Cardi B's verse was good. It was very Cardi B. But for Blackpink, I just don't think that song fitted within the album compared to all the other songs, which are great. Don't get me wrong, it's still a good song. But in terms of an in-depth, more thought-out review, that song for me was not my favourite one.
I feel like the entire song is a big build-up. It's exciting. It's an exciting song. You know, it's like an anthem. As soon as Cardi B says Blackpink and then she goes Cardi or something like that.
I did like how Cardi said Blackpink. I did like that.
It's like, oh, it's like this is real. You know it's real. It makes you want a video for it. Like the whole thing is like, it creates like an image in your head of like colours and like a colourful...
Obviously with the circumstances they can't have a proper video, but they could do something like they did with Selena Gomez.
Or maybe soon enough they might be able to... I don't even know what's going on in America with like recording stuff, or even if they did it in Korea.
I know, I'm going to say it seems to be getting worse over here though.
And then it just keeps building and building the whole song. It's like, it's so well put together. It's like whoever it's put together, you know, like you're saying, the American vibe. It's like all the American big producers came together and they know exactly what beats and melody to put together to make you go, oh, yeah.
I think the way it sounded, they wanted it to sound like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And even like they get the little things that you can't get out of your head. Like when they say, I bet you wanna, that stays stuck in your head the whole way. It's like something you might just start singing whilst you're at work and it just comes.
Yeah,
just
just that part from the song.
That
just
one
attacks your brain.
Tagline that everybody knows that song from. They know how to get to you. I wish they did Lisa and Cardi B rap verse. You know, like they went
they
back
had
and forth.
A little rap off.
They've both got that nice, like, you know, like that voice that can go well with rap. I thought if they threw it back and forth, that'd be really good. But I thought this was such a good song. I wanted a bit more of a climax to it though. Like it was all a build up, and then it didn't. Like I thought it was gonna be like fireworks at the end, but it stayed consistent all the way through. But I really, really like this song. It's very highly ranked in mine.
Is it?
Very highly. Lovesick Girls, next one up.
Now this song has got such
you gotta put that in. Lovesick Girls is like one to hear on a night out when you're with your girls and that, you know what I mean? When you're just thinking about all your exes and that, you're like, you and your girls are going to be dancing on the dance floor to this song. When we reacted to it, I really, really liked it. But if I just listened to it, it's more of a one for the girls, you know what I mean? I do really like it, but I don't have a strong connection to this song. So it's not as highly ranked as you would think in mine. You never know. I really like the rap between Lisa and Jenny. You know, when Lisa introduces the rap and then Jenny takes over.
And they back and forth with each other. I liked that.
They made a nice baby right there. It was nice, it will love. It's like Lisa would have loved, then Jenny will have sick. You know,
Decent.
Like, damn. And I really like the climax of the song. It's all about climaxes for me. You know, climax is always the best part. It was when they were singing "Lovesick Girls." Look at that guy's pants. They were going like "Lovesick Girls," and then like Rosie was singing over the top, going, "Oh no, I don't know. I don't actually know what she says." But yeah, I really like that song. Really good climax. It literally was like a build to a climax.
And it did have that drop. Lovesick Girls, for me, it was that classic tune. It's that song it's just gonna be a great song for a long time. Like some songs have like a certain time period where they kind of die off and they don't sound as good anymore. Like, you know, when you listen to a song too much and it doesn't sound as good, after a while you don't really want to hear it, you get tired of hearing it. I feel like this song is not one of those. I feel like you'll never get tired of hearing it. It's got that really old school vibe to it, and it does have a sample which I forgot what it's from, but it uses that sample really well. And like what Sam was saying, the rap between Lisa and Jenny, it just sounded so good. It was music to my ears, quite literally. Lovesick Girls is it's a great song. I feel like it's one for the timestamp in histories. You know what I mean? Next we've got Crazy Over You. Now this song, the production is very good on it. I like the whistle. I like the classic Blackpink din.
Using more of that, aren't they?
The album does have a very samey sound. Like all the songs kind of do sound the same, which is good, but also not so good because you want a bit of diversity. But they've got their own sound. It's their sound, and that's why they sound kind of samey. And that's really hard for an artist to do, because you know when Blackpink are playing on the radio because it's got that sound. Now Lisa, she has a couple of bits in this song, and her first bit was quite weak in my opinion. But then she really makes up for herself in the second verse that she comes with. Like where she starts off saying "Fight Night" or something like that. It flows really well. Her lyrics are quite good in that sense, but not so much in the first bit. Now the vocals, Jenny's vocals are really nice in it. Rosé hits some sweet notes in it, and altogether I think it's a really nice, subtle song, but it does have that samey vibe to it for me.
If you ever need to listen to a song, come into Ben's car. I can't believe how good the speakers are. I listen to it on my MacBook.
Come into Ben's car. Welcome, come guys. Yeah, anytime. Yeah.
I listened to this song on my MacBook, and I didn't think much of it when I heard the
like the whistle, and you hear so much more effect.
As soon as you played that song, then, and the second time I heard it, the music in the background, the whole. How do you put it? Just the production. The production of the whole song were amazing. It just sounds like you get a bit excited. But basically it's talking about girls being loco, innit? It's like, I'm happy how they admit to like stereotypes, you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna, they're just saying it how it is, you know, like you love that in a song.
So, someone says at the beginning, like, if you're mine, I want you to be all mine. Like, I don't want to share you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like a classic, like, not crazy over you in like a loco way. It's the way it's supposed to be to them. Yeah. And that stereotypical, like you say, vibe to it.
They're not pretending that people aren't loco with each other. You know, like girls go like loco over guys, guys go loco over girls. But it's like, it's nice how they're saying it. I like how they're talking about being loco. In the chorus, Jenny reminds me massively of Selena Gomez. Just before whatever Jenny says, just before the chorus, it's crazy over you. It sounds just like Selena Gomez in one of her songs. Whichever song that is, you tell me. If you know what I mean. It's a great start, attitude. I wasn't big on the lyrics at all. Attitude. I felt a bit low down on the lyrics, Lisa's lyrics on that first verse.
See, the first bit, I know what you mean. Exactly, I said the same thing, but then I feel like she does make up for it in the second verse.
I just wanted more loco. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like she could have gone totally crazy.
Yeah.
With a rap.
Or even
flow.
shouted.
Yeah.
A great flow, but it doesn't grab me enough.
Doesn't grab you by the balls.
It's like my ears perked up, but basically I'm going to say, you know when you walk past a shop and you can hear music coming out of it, or like a building that's got music. I heard it, but I didn't enter the shop, you know what I mean? I didn't turn my head. So Love to Hate Me, yeah? I was very surprised with the talking about big stacks, you know, I like it. I like that talk, but I only like it when people who don't normally talk about it, which is Blackpink, talking about money. And they've got a lot of it.
Can talk about it.
They can.
They can talk about the big stacks.
I can't remember who said it right. Did you see who said that line, talking about big stacks? But throughout the song, they're in mellow. Didn't go up or down. I didn't really rate this song overly. Maybe a few more listens and I might, but it didn't hit me in my sweet spot. I was constantly waiting for Lisa's rap verse to rescue the whole song.
And it didn't.
The verse came, but it didn't come. You know what I mean? It didn't come. It was very monotone chorus as well. It's one for the fans to kind of sing, you know, like those fans who will know every lyric to a Blackpink song. It's one for them to sing at a concert. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I don't think everybody will know this song because I don't think it'll go high. I don't think it'll reach heights, but it's one for the fans.
Yeah, but most songs on albums, not every single one is a complete banger.
And it's one to sing to your ex. It's one to sing to your ex if you've made it in life and you're starting to do well, but you can't stop thinking about your ex. You know what I mean? You're one of them that, you know, has to shout some shade at their ex even though you're still doing things in your own life.
So yeah, you talk about one to sing to your ex. Now I think it's more than that. I think it's a song to everybody in the past in terms of public audience and people they know personally. I think it's a message to them, say you love to hate me. And like, why? Like it's a song to them haters. And whereas I agree with Sam with it not being a huge song, but I feel like it's nice and it adds some sort of counterbalance to all the big smash hits that are on the album, because it's that mellow monotune kind of song, and it's just one like he says for the fans, and you can listen to it and drive and not really concentrate too much on it. But I feel like Blackpink have done this song as a message to those people to just say, look, we're out here, we've done good for ourselves, we're earning nice money now, and we're pop stars. And you guys love to hate on us, and you love to hate that. Why? That's what that song's about. But short, sweet, wasn't the best song on the album, but here we are. Now for the last song on the album. You never know. So, for the last song on the album, You Never Know. Now this, I feel like, is a really good song to outro the album. I feel like it's a very low vibe. It's a bit depressing with the notes, and it's like I say, a good ending song to the album. It feels like this is the last song on the album. They're saying you never know, like, what we're going through until you're in my shoes and you're in our shoes, which is not going to happen. So they're just saying you're never going to understand what we're going through, because, you know, although we're up here on a very high platform doing really well for ourselves, you know, we've all got our own personal issues and stuff like that. So I feel like that's more of what that song's about. It's a very nice way to end the song, to end the album. Yes, the album.
I didn't think it was depressing, like low key as you were saying then.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, in like a Disney film where like one of the main characters has like a little
depression session.
Yeah, and they see into the look at the horizon, like everything cuts around them.
Perfect.
Do you know what I mean?
Very well explained. I can actually picture that, like a princess looking out of the top balcony of the castle over the horizon, and the day is just ending. Yeah. And that's why I say it's a nice ending to the album.
She's seeing over the horizon. She's like, because it builds up a tiny bit in the song. It's like, do you know, like she starts where she is, then she looks at what's around. It's like, come on.
It goes like this.
Yeah. Ben said what I was going to say. It does say about them, you don't understand unless you're walking in their shoes, you don't know what's going on. Do you know, like I was just saying, like a Disney, do you know, like a song then? Usually when a Disney character does that, it usually goes.
Yeah, and it gets better and
better.
But
it went like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the character made it over the horizon or if they stayed on the horizon, but I was waiting for, once again, a climax. And that would have finished the album perfectly, with a strong climax.
It did feel more of like a goodbye song.
Maybe they've done it so you want to listen to the album again because it feels like it's not properly over. So you got to loop it again.
Until you walk in. Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? So, let's go back to How You Like That, you know, kick it back in.
But then when you go from that to How You Like That, it's like, bang. Very different.
Yeah.
Which is good, because like I say, the majority of the songs on the album are quite similar. They've got that Blackpink stamp, that trademark sound that Blackpink have created for themselves.
Are you ready to rank the songs?
Now, yeah, so me and Sam have individually ranked the songs from our opinions best to like worst, but not worst, but you know what we mean, in order of what we think's the best and downwards.
Let's start at number 8.
Let's start at number 8, right. So at number 8 for me, I'm going to kick it off.
Let's see.
Number 8 for me is You Never Know, which is the song we just reviewed. Alright, You Never Know. It is a good song, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't, like in terms of all the other songs, I don't think that was worthy enough of the other 8. I feel like all the other songs are better than that song.
My number 8 is Love to Hate Me. Didn't get my emotions going, didn't move me up and down, it were very same level. None of the songs on the album are bad. We're ranking them here, so we've got to put one at the bottom, sorry. But that is number 8 for me.
Right, my number 7, which you're probably going to be shocked at, it's Ice Cream.
Really?
My number 7 is Ice Cream.
This is funny then, because
I rated everything else very highly. So Ice Cream was that good smash single, but I didn't relate to it or feel attached to it as much as I did the other songs. So that's why Ice Cream is at number 7 for me. But it was still a good song.
Controversial. Mine is Crazy Over You, number 7. Because, like we were saying, the lyrics just did not get me. The lyrics did not bite me. Like, it wasn't crazy enough. So it gets my 7th place.
Interesting.
6.
Number 6 for me, it's Bet You Wanna. My number 6 is Bet You Wanna. Like I say, I feel like it should have been at number 7 now thinking about it. But it just felt too outside of the album for me, if that makes sense. It just sounded like it was tailor-made for that spotlight that I said earlier on in the video. So that's why that's quite low.
Okay. And my number 6 is You Never Know. It's just like...
No.
If that did, like, you can't watch a film where a Disney character if there's no
climax, or
there's
happy
no
ending,
retribution at the end, and I didn't feel that at the end. The song was very, very lovely.
Yeah, you didn't feel fulfilled at the end of the song, did you?
Yeah, it was just like it started, and I thought, this could be something. Yeah, it could have been something, but it was a cup half full for me.
Right.
No, a cup half empty.
So my number 5 is Love to Hate Me. So I feel like it was a medium song. I liked the aspect of them, showing a bit more of a personal side of themselves, and I related to it more, and that's why it's number 5 in my list.
My number 5, which this is the one that I wanted to change to number 2.
Ooh.
After the second listen.
This is Ice Cream, isn't it?
It's Ice Cream. Ice Cream for me, like, it were a bit similar when listening to it all the way through, but then you listen to it a second time and you listen to different things that are going on. There's really some nice little bits in it. I just thought there's such little catchy bits like the ice cream chilling. Just little catch lines that make it so good.
It was a good song.
Second time, it's so good. It would be my number 2, but I can't change my list, so it's number 5, Ice Cream, but maybe number 2. But it is number 5. Oh, yeah, we're getting into big leagues here.
We're getting top 5 half. Now, top half. My number 4 is How You Like That. Okay? Big tune, very statement single-wise, and that's why it's at number 4.
My number 4 is Lovesick Girls.
Oh.
Just like I was saying, like I feel like it's more one for the girls, innit? It's more one for the...
Oh, you try calling me a girl?
It's like, Lovesick Girls, na na na. Instead of making me smile, it makes me go...
Number 3.
Oh my
which
word,
is quite controversial to Sam's, because my number 3 is Crazy Over You. Now, I can relate to it one of the most out of all the songs, as well as Lisa's second verse saved it, and I just got into it, and I just thought she's doing bits with that flow, like she did on every other song. But it was just, that's why it's at number 3. I could relate to Lisa a lot more in that song, and I liked the whole vibe and the way it progressed.
My number 3 is Pretty Savage.
Oh yeah,
Pretty Savage. Like, even we were impressed when we reacted to it, me and you, just the dance performance.
Oh, yeah. It was the first time we heard the song as well, wasn't it?
It is savage. The whole point of the song is it has one goal, to be savage, and it is... The top 2 for me have different points to the song, and they all come together to make a story, like a book. But the savage one is just one punch in the face, but it's a solid punch. That's why it's my number 3.
My number 2 is Lovesick Girls. Alright, obviously you know what my number 1 is now, but Lovesick Girls, I feel like it was still a banger. It brought back so much nostalgia. It just reminded me of way back then when everything was simpler and easier and worryless. Alright, it just made me feel nice, and that's why it's at number 2, because it made me think back to a time, not relate, or it took me somewhere.
My number 2 is Bet You Wanna, featuring Cardi B. just because it just catches you straight away. I know, like you're saying, it's not connected to the album, but
I highly disagree with that one. But this is why we're two different people.
I know, it's nice to contradict. As soon as you heard it, I just thought, oh, it's actually like you get a bit angsty, something, the word, where you see a big name, you think it might be a bad song, but for me, it wasn't
a bad song.
It was, it was a great song. That's why I liked it. But I wish there were a climax.
So why is it number 2 if there's no climax?
It could be number 3 technically, because Ice Cream's number 2 in my head, but it's not. It's 5th, innit? But it just grabbed me. I can't. You know when something just grabs you. Yeah. When it's out of body experience, that's why it's number 2.
Bloody hell, out of body experience sounds like number 1 to me. Guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please, editor. All right, now that's done. Listen, number 1 for me is Pretty Savage. Now this song is just an absolute banger. Like I said, it's probably my favourite song by Blackpink. I just thought the attitude, the aggression of Lisa's rap, the way it's all put together, the way they all sound, the production on it, even the video, the dance routine for it was great. But it just grabbed me, like you said. You know, when it grabs you, you have that out of body experience. That's it. Number 1 for me is Pretty Savage on the album. All right, hands down.
My number 1 is How You Like That.
Okay.
Which I was hoping wouldn't be my number 1, because it's like when the first big song comes out that you hear, you think there's more stuff coming. But for me, it was the best one. It had like different pieces of the jigsaw that just all came together to make a solid picture of Blackpink. Do you know what I mean? I wish it were a different song. I didn't want to have the staple song as my number 1, but it is that damn good. You know what I mean? It is up there.
It is a good song. It is a banger.
How you like bada bing bada boom, and these little words that they use that don't make any sense, like bada bing bada boom bada boom. How you like that? It works. Like it's a good catchphrase. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's our list right there.
Album review done. Guys, if you like the way we explained it, we kind of enjoyed doing it this way rather than reacting to them all separately or all together. Now, yes, we did do it like this without the music to make more money. But we feel like it's more personal as well, no?
It is.
Are we saying that? Are we putting that in or not?
Well, we probably won't make any money on this video.
Yeah, we will.
Let's just leave everything in from now on.
Fuck it. No. We'll get, you know what they're like. So guys, let us know what your opinions are of the album, what you would rank all the songs in, and if you agree with us about it not really being an album and more of a mixtape or an EP.
Like the video.
Because it was so short, soundtrack wise and minute wise, it didn't have too much. I feel like an album, it's a massive body of work. It just feels like they mashed a load of good singles into it and just put it out there. Like there wasn't much relation or story behind it. So that's my opinion. But nevertheless, it was a good listen. Blackpink have outdone themselves musically. And I'm looking forward to see some more music videos if they've got any. Thank you very much for watching.
So what I'm going to do is punch the camera right now and subscribe and like it and tell your friends.